Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angelisa, and on this channel we read, discuss, and obsess over books together. And today I'm going to be doing an end of year TBR. So I had mentioned in a recent video that I moved, so I do have a new space, and there will be a little bookshelf tour coming very soon. I just want to make sure that it looked exactly how I wanted it to look before I showed you guys. But today what we're gonna be doing is trying to figure out how I'm gonna read 28 books in the next 2.5 months. My goal for 2024 is 100 books, and I've read 72. I am in the middle of 5 books or something, so that brings us to 77 if I finish those. So basically I've got a bunch of books. I picked 28 books that if I finish these books by the end of the year and reach my goal, then I'll be okay and ready to kind of start a new goal for 2025. That sounds so insane to say, but yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be showing you guys today. First, I guess I'll go through the books that I'm kind of in the middle of, and then I have the rest of the books separated into some genres that we can do. The first book I'll talk about is A Study in Drowning by Reid. So this book I'm in the middle of. I'm actually doing a reading vlog for this. I think I'm on page 182, which is about halfway through. I started this reading vlog and then we moved houses and things just kind of got a little bit crazy. So I'm in the middle of this one. I want to finish it. I'm really liking it so far. I think I do need to read some chapter summaries just to get back into it because it has been a few weeks since I read it. And yeah, so I'm hoping to finish this one because my best friend really loves this book and I'm excited to post that reading vlog. So next, another one that I started recently was Legends and Lattes by Baldree. Really loving this one so far. I think the whole concept is that it's in this D&D type of world, and the main character purchases a coffee shop and is kind of introducing coffee to this little world that they're in. So I think that's gonna be super cozy and just cute, and I'm really excited for it, and I think it'll be great for fall. It's finally starting to get cold in Canada. I feel like our summers have really extended into October now, which I'm not complaining. It's great. I love the warm fall weather, but it is starting to get cold. It is starting to get into cozy season, so this is definitely going to be hopefully something that I finish. Next, I feel like I'm in the middle of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. For the longest time I couldn't even tell you where I am in the book. It's recorded somewhere on my Notion, so I really want to finish this one and just kind of just get it done. Done. And I am going to be having a kind of Halloween weekend sleepover soon with my cousins, so I'm kind of excited, and at least if I finish this one, maybe I can start the next one and then we can watch the movies. I don't know. So really hoping to finish Harry Potter, this one, at least the second book. The last one that I'm kind of in the middle of is It's Not You by Romani Durvasula. So this is a non-fiction that I'm in the middle of. I know that I'm past this point. I have it bookmarked here at page 82, but I feel like I'm past this point, so I'm not really sure. But it's just a nonfiction. It's about narcissistic people, how to identify and heal from them. So I at least want to finish this nonfiction book. I don't know how many I've read this year, but my goal was to at least read 5. So I need to finish this one and at least one more maybe, I think, because I can't remember what other ones I've read. I feel like I read maybe 2 memoirs, another one, I don't know. We're gonna have to see. We'll see. Okay, next I guess I'll talk about the mystery thrillers since we are going into fall. I've been reading a lot of mystery thrillers recently, so I'm trying not to put too many on my TBR because I feel like I'm just gonna picking up some anyway, really quick. So these are absolutely, I want to read these, and anything else is bonus. So the first one is The Housemaid's Secret by Freida McFadden. I read The Housemaid last year, or maybe it was this year, I don't remember. Really liked it, so I really want to read the second one and see if it was good or not. I've heard mixed reviews, but I want to read it for myself and see, and I love Freida McFadden's writing, so I feel like I'll still like the book either way, and it's a very quick kind of thrilling, spooky, twisty read. Next we have 2 Riley Sager books. We have Final Girls and The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I could not tell you what these books are about. I'm guessing these ones are about final girls, that whole trope. There's a club of girls who are all the final girls in different massacres that occurred. So yeah, I read The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix last year, and I did like it. The whole like history and concept of it, it did get a little bit crazy at the end in Grady Hendrix fashion. So I feel like Riley Sager will have a different spin on that whole concept. So I'm excited to read it. And then this one has to do with like, I'm pretty sure like a camp and like going back to a cabin that she was in when she was a child, and like something happened that they lied about or like covered up, like I don't know. But Riley Sager, I just love their writing, so I'm really excited to read this one too. The last one I have here is a Lisa Jewell book. It's The Night She Disappeared. I've heard amazing things about this one. This has been recommended to me by a bunch of people. It's about this couple that goes missing one day. They just had like a baby and dropped the baby off at like, I think the daughter's mom's house or something, and she's trying to figure out kind of what happened to her daughter and her partner. So she starts contacting like all their friends, trying to get a hold of people and like figure out what happened, and I guess she unearths some like pretty dark things. So yeah, I am also really excited about this one. If the angle changed, it's because I hit my camera by accident. The next pile of books I have are a bunch of like romances, I guess that's what we're gonna call them, romance or like lit fiction, just like contemporary fiction. The first one I have here is Butcher and Blackbird. I've heard amazing things about this, so I wanted to pick it up, and I think it's about these like serial killers falling in love, which again, going to spooky season, I've been watching a lot of like just spooky things and reading a lot of like spooky things about thrillers basically. So I feel like having a romance with this kind of theme would be super cute and super fun to finish off the year. Next we have Powerless by Elsie Silver. I do want to finish this one because I am in the middle of the Chestnut Spring series, so I feel like it'd be super fun to finish this one since it's like a hockey player kind of romance. I know that sounds weird, but like it's just giving fall winter to me, so I feel like this would be also really cute. And I don't know, I just love Chestnut Springs. I feel like I had to put a Chestnut Springs book in here because I loved the first two books. So the next one I have is Not Your Ex's Hexes by April Asher. So this one is the second book to like a little series. I remember absolutely loving the world that this was based in, so I just know that I'm gonna love this book. This one is about the sister. She's like the older sister of the first one, and she is basically has always been primed to be like the prima, which is like the head witch of her family or something like that. And I don't want to say what this book is kind of about because it does spoil the first book, but I just remember loving the world this was in. It was so fleshed out. I feel like I was reading a fantasy world, and it was just so much fun. Like the romance was so much fun and so cute. The writing was great in this, so I'm excited for this one. Next we have The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. I have read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros, and I do really like her writing, so I wanted to try one of her like romances and see how that was. And I've heard a million things about this and just how sad it is. Like I haven't even read the synopsis, and I don't want to because I'm scared, but I've heard that this is really, really great, and I am excited to read it and see what her writing is like in a different genre. Because you know, when like you know an author and you love an author for a specific genre, and then they change their like genre, or well, not change because she's always written these books, but you read another book from her, they're like a different genre that they write, and it's just doesn't hit the same. So I'm curious to see how this one ends up. Next we have Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. This is my like last Abby Jimenez book that I have on my backlist for her, and it's bittersweet. Like I really love Abby Jimenez and her books, so I don't want to like not have any more to read, but I'm also excited because I'm excited about this couple and this kind of story because it is about a YouTuber, and at least I think so. I think it's about that. Like I don't actually know, but this one is one where like she ends up having custody of her niece or something like that, like last minute, because her sister like abandons them. Abby Jimenez always writes like very complex and like interesting topics, and I don't know, I'm just really excited about this book, but I'm also again sad because I need more Abby Jimenez in my life. Next we have Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. Now K.L. Walther wrote The Summer of Broken Rules, and that was like a YA romance that I actually really, really loved. I thought it was super, super cute and just really well written and fun. It kind of reminded me of like Lynn Painter's writing, so I'm excited about this one. I also have What Happens After Midnight by the same author, but this one to me just gave like fall. The colors on it, the leaves, everything about it. It's a high school setting. Like I said, it is very YA. Like it's literally the most YA synopsis I've ever read in my life, but I'm excited. You always need like a little comfy YA romance every now and then. especially in the fall. Next we have Daisy Haites by Jessa Hastings. Oh, my bookmark that I made fell out. I kind of like had started like the first chapter of this a really long time ago, and then I never continued because I got distracted by things. So I do want to commit to reading at least Daisy Haites this fall. I loved Magnolia Parks and I just want to continue this world. And yeah, I'm probably gonna start from the beginning though, because the only thing that I remember is like the little dinner conversation at the beginning of the book, like the first chapter. So yeah, Daisy Haites is also one that I really want to finish and I'm excited about. The last little like contemporary fiction I guess we have is Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. I read Normal People last year and I did like it. The writing was very interesting. The whole concept was meh. I didn't rate it the best, but I do want to read more of Sally Rooney and just see like what it's about and like why people love it so much. So I don't know, I'm excited to read Beautiful World, Where Are You. No idea what it's about. I couldn't find the synopsis like in here at all. I think it's a romance because it says it's funny and smart, full of sex and love and people doing their best to connect. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. All right, the last little pile I have here is fantasy books, and this is definitely my fantasy prime season. Fall, winter is when I start to read a lot of fantasy. I feel like I haven't read a lot of fantasy this summer at all, but fall and winter is going to be the time. So let's get into it. The first one I have here is Neon Gods by Katie Robert. I have like 4 Katie Robert books and I've been wanting to read them for so freaking long, so I'm gonna start Neon God soon. It's a Persephone and Hades retelling. I've read a few of these and I want to see what Katie Roberts' take is on it. I've heard really great things about this book, so we shall see. Next is Curse of the Wolf King by Tassandra Odette. This is part of the Entangled with Fae series and I really loved Heart of the Raven Prince, so I think that reading this one will be so much fun, and it is the first one. I think Heart of the Raven Prince is the second one. This is the first one, so I kind of went backwards, but it's because I wanted to read that one first because it was the one that like everybody loved. But I do have like her whole series now, so I do want to start reading the rest of them, and I feel like this will be super cozy and comfy to read for fall and winter. Next we do have A Touch of Ruin and A Game of Retribution. So this is part of the Hades and Persephone sagas by Scarlett St. Clair. I really loved A Touch of Darkness and A Game of Fate, so I feel like it's only fitting that like this season again that I read these books again and continue the series. And yeah, like I don't know, I love that those first 2 books like I absolutely fell in love with. I don't care what anybody says about that Hades and Persephone retelling, like, and if it's like really childish or smutty, I personally love it, so I want to continue with these 2 at least this season. Maybe if I get addicted I'll just finish the series because I think they're all out now. We'll see. Next we've got Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I kind of just want to like start this series this winter and see if I end up finishing it in like January, February. I don't know why. I've had it for so long and I feel like I need to start it, and like if I'm gonna pick a fantasy book to like start this season, then it should be like this one that I've had for so long, so I can start the Grishaverse and like learn about all of that. So we'll see. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully. Next we have the second book to a series, Legendary. So this is the second book in the Caraval series by Stephanie Garber. Again, been wanting to finish this series for the longest time because I really do want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart and that whole like trilogy, but I've just always wanted to read this one first, like this trilogy first, so I can have the context and just like the world building and the writing. So I really need to like read this and get through it. It's so chunky, and I liked Caraval, I liked the world, but I think the writing wasn't my favorite, so I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. I've heard that the writing in this is very different from Once Upon a Broken Heart, so we'll see. I mean, like, I don't know, but this is on the goal. Hopefully I will finish it this year as well. Next we have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I feel like I've talked about this in like every single freaking TBR video since like August or January. I don't even know. I need to start this. I have Powerless, Powerful, Reckless. Like, we need to read the beginning of the duology and see what it's about. I also just like, I absolutely love this cover. And like, you know when like you have books that are so pretty and you want to put them on display but you haven't read it yet, so like you feel stupid if you put them on display, but they're so pretty so you want to put them on display. That's how I'm feeling about like these books, like Powerless and Reckless. But I need to read them, but I know that they're gonna be good. Like I just know. So yeah, Powerless. The last one I have here is a little like Greek mythology one, Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. I've just been wanting to read about this character for a while now and her kind of story and point of view of those myths that happen around her time. So yeah, Jennifer Saint, I have a few books by her. I have Ariadne, Kira, Atalanta. So I feel like it's just time. So yeah, hopefully I will get through this as well. I always love a good like Greek mythology retelling, especially feminist point of view. I think they're so well written. So yeah, hopefully I get through this one too. I lied, that was not the last book. I think I just said last because it's like in that pile. I have 4 more books here that are in this TBR. The last 4 here are the rest of the Throne of Glass series. I really want to finish these this fall. I've been vlogging reading all of these, so I do have like videos lined up till the end of the year of these, so the plan is to finish them. And I feel like I've just been saying it since like last year that I want to finish these. I'm starting to forget the storyline, which is not fun, so I need to like look up everything, get into it, binge it, and just finish it, because I do love this world and this story. I think I've just been so busy and distracted, and like I feel like committing to so many books and so many things that I got overwhelmed. And also like it just being summer, I wasn't really in the mood for this world. Like it's not that I don't like it, I just wasn't in the mood. So yeah, we'll see, but I'm still excited, and hopefully I'll finish them this year. Anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below if you have read any of these books. Hype them up, tell me your thoughts so that I will read them, and comment down below what books you're planning to read by the end of the year. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.